provides a small passage for food to enter the pharynx. Yes, the same point is repeated in the slide. So now coming to the prevention of food from entering into the larynx. Laryngeal opening is closed by the vocal cords together or approximation of the vocal cords. The larynx moves forward, upward against the epiglottis. These events prevent the entry of food into the trachea. The superior constrictor of pharynx constrict, which forces food to enter deep from there to the esophagus. Simultaneously, of upper esophageal sphincter occurs that allows the food closely enter into the esophagus. So this is a pictorial representation of movement of the food particles. So during this phase what happened? Respiration is reflexly inhibited due to the inhibition of respiratory centers. So this is called deglutition apnea. See, bolus of food on entering from the mouth. So upper esophageal sphincter gets contracted. Once the bolus enters, the upper esophageal sphincter gets relaxed. After the passage of bolus into the esophagus, the upper esophageal sphincter gets contracted. So this is the pictorial representation. So next coming to the esophageal stage. So esophageal stage, once food enters into the esophagus, which is facilitated by relaxation of upper esophageal sphincter. We saw in the previous slide picture. The peristaltic wave, that is primary peristalsis, is initiated just below the upper esophageal sphincter. So reflexly, upper esophageal sphincter contracts that prevent regurgitation of food back into the esophagus. Back into the pharynx. If the peristaltic wave travels at about 3 to 5 cm per second, it takes about 10 seconds for food bolus to pass through the entire esophagus. So it takes about 10 seconds for food bolus to pass. So yeah, previously we saw the actions in the pharyngeal stage takes milliseconds. See here also within 10 seconds the esophageal stage occurs. If primary peristalsis is ineffective, a second peristalsis, that is secondary peristalsis. See, peristalsis is nothing but the movement of the food particles through the GIT, okay? So secondary peristalsis wave is initiated to push the food bolus So next coming to the sphincters, esophageal. There are two sphincters in GIT, esophageal sphincter and pyloric sphincter. So now we are going to see about esophageal sphincter. Esophageal sphincter is located in the esophagus and pyloric sphincter is located in the stomach. So coming to the esophageal sphincter, so we are having lower esophageal sphincter. So upper esophageal sphincter is a physiological sphincter. It reflexly relaxes to allow the food from pharynx to enter the esophagus. Yes, we saw in esophageal phase the role of upper esophageal sphincter. So brush up the same points in the following topic. Upper esophageal sphincter relaxes to allow the food from the pharynx to enter the esophagus. However, once the